Hello, I'm just Sir, and welcome to the Arsenal Fan Experience. Today, I will be going in depth into the Arsenal-Tottenham game. As we get into it, today marks the 190th edition of the North London Derby between Arsenal FC and Tottenham Hotspur. And this game's always been a very big deal for both teams. And particularly, it's shocking how these teams have gone different paths since the first few games of the season, when Tottenham was at the top of the table and Arsenal was at the bottom of the table, and now they're almost equal. And as we get into it, first, obviously, we have to acknowledge the starting lineup. And Arsenal's starting lineup was very solid. A lot of guys you expect to be in the starting lineup now. Tomiyasu and Ben White have definitely earned their place in the squad. And surprise return of Granit Xhaka into the starting lineup. And I was interested to see how he would fare playing with such quality players, because when he does play with quality players, he also plays better. And particularly as we get into the game, Arsenal really came out determined and motivated to win against their big rival. And as specifically Bukayo Saka with a great feint to fool Tottenham defender, put a ball into the box that I'm not sure if it was intended for Emile Smith-Rowe. But Smith-Rowe picked it up, one touch, and went into the back of the net, making it 1-0. And Smith-Rowe, let me just start by saying he was the man of the match today. A quality game by him, a goal and 2 assists, and plenty of chances while at it. He's just all over the pitch and definitely vehemently deserved on his part. And speaking about chances, Arsenal would get another great chance just a few minutes later with Thomas Partey putting in a shot that Hugo Lloris just saved. And Partey doesn't often get those kind of opportunities, but when he does, he makes the most of them. And Arsenal wasn't done from there, as they would go on to score another goal by Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang in the first half, and then topped off by Bukayo Saka making 3-0 going into the end of the first half. And let me tell you, this was something that I completely that I was not expecting, and I was pleasantly surprised. They were just playing exceptional football. Specifically, that's the passing on the second goal, where Tierney brought it up to Aubameyang, and went, as we see here, Aubameyang went to pass it to Smith-Rowe, and then Smith-Rowe ran out the field and passed back to Aubameyang and put it back in the net. It just bellissimo, and I always say that, and I just love that. That's how football should be played. Tottenham, on the other hand, were abysmal, and I don't know where Harry Kane was in this game. Maybe he was still daydreaming about playing Man City, but dude, you're playing in one of the biggest rivalries in the world. You got to show up, and nobody on Tottenham showed up except for Heung-min Son, who is one of my favorite players on Tottenham, and he ended up scoring the useless lone goal for Tottenham, as the final score ended up being 3-1 Arsenal. And my final thoughts on the game are that, despite the fact that Arsenal has had a slow start of the season, they've really picked it up in the past few games, and it all culminated in this game today. And I think they have every right to be pleased with their performance, as I believe no one really had a bad game. Aaron Ramsdale, once again, proving why he is their number one goalkeeper at the moment, and with a great save on Heung-min Son early in the first half. And as they look to next week, where they take on Brighton, I believe they can keep the momentum going. And right now they're at 500, which is a very pleasant record to be at this early on in the season. And we'll have to see where they can go from here. And despite the fact that Tottenham is one of Arsenal's biggest rivals, I don't have as much anger towards them as I would with other clubs, because I sympathize with their lack of real success in the last couple of years, and it is a struggle playing in a league where there's so much quality and not a lot of parity. So anyway, to summarize, Arsenal walks out of Emirates Stadium today with a 3-1 victory over Tottenham. And there's nothing more I can say. Everyone was was terrific, and they should be incredibly proud of the performance. So anyway, like, subscribe, like to see more. Join me next time on the Arsenal Fan Experience as Arsenal takes on Brighton and Hove Albion. Arrivederci.